Hey, how's it going? How's it going? All right, so first of all, a lot of people think that to focus on stress management, that you're focused on negativity, when actually it's not. What I'd even like to sort of throw out there is the possibility that some of you are engaging in toxic positivity. Let's get into it. I am Dr. Shanae of SP Consulting Group. I am your organizational development psychologist as well as your licensed psychotherapist. I serve as the lead, senior executive wellness coach here in downtown Los Angeles. And my focus is to work with women who are solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, business owners, and those who are leading in the workforce. Because we've been burned out for a minute, we're not really talking about it as much. And my guess is we may have some things a little bit shaken up when we talk about stress management and releasing stress. And then what do you do next? After you've gotten to the point of releasing stress, what do you do? After you've done your self care effort, and I'm on this tip of talking about people and their brunches and mimosas, bottomless mimosas. What do we do then? What do we do next? And how can we fuel things moving forward? So make sure that you click like, click share, get this to someone else that will always also benefit from knowing how we're going to focus on the art. The art. Sometimes for some people, it's the lost art of staying positive, being motivated, and really getting to that place where we are using that to then fuel our next boss move. Okay. And that's why I said this is for my women in leadership. This is for my women in business. Okay. And so I want to give you, by the end of our time together in this short video, seven, because we love that seven, number of seven, the number of completion, right? By the end of this, you will have seven ways that you can then harness positivity to help you then get motivated to take action, motivated to lead on purpose, shedding any weight of toxicity, past traumas, all of those things that are helping us stay in this negative feedback loop, negativity, stress, overwhelm, all of that, right? So this is the thing. Many people, and this is where it gets difficult sometimes. Many people think that the best thing for you to do is only focus on the positive, and you leave it there. That's it. Focus on the positive. Well, things will get better. Oh, you're strong. We already know that doesn't work. Okay. We know we're strong, and sometimes we're just tired of being strong, right? Like, am I the only one that's just like, okay, we'll save that for another video. We're talking about positivity and how we can match it up to our motivation to change and get us clearly stepping forward into this last quarter of this calendar year. It is August. We are getting ready to be on this downward slope. So let's talk about it. Some of the things that you can do when we're talking about being positive is, for one, get rid of the negative thinking patterns. So you may have this predisposition just from being in survival mode all the time of always thinking about the bad, always looking to the negative. Your view of the world is more of concern than it is of joy and peace and excitement and new adventures, right? You may even be taking the blame for some of the things that are going on in your life when it's not even really you. You know, what about predicting disasters, having black or white type of thinking? That doesn't help, right? It's not an all or nothing situation. It isn't either I'm rested or I'm burned out. Sometimes you can find an in between, and that's what we call balance, right? Smile more. Yes, yes. Smiling helps you. Have you ever had to have a difficult conversation, but as soon as you start to smile, some of that stress and tension leaves your body? Yes, let's smile more. The third one, because I already told you the first one, was get rid of the negativity strategically. That's why I said, the things that your worldview, that they're being negative, not blaming yourself, not having these cognitive distortions of predicting disaster, catastrophizing, or having black and white thinking. That was the one. Get rid of those things. Number two, smile more. Number three is reframe your situation. You know, what if some of the things that you're going through is something that could actually prepare you for something bigger that's coming? Some of us are struggling and we're just trying to get out of the struggle as opposed to being present in the moment and saying, how can this help build another element of my character versus why is this happening to me? Maybe we can view it as why is this happening for me? What do I need to learn from this situation? So reframe it. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down all the things that my mom used to tell me all the time. When I've had answered prayers, I'm in my prayer closet about a certain situation, and I said, Mom, this happened, write it down. Make sure you write it down so that, it's very clear to yourself that if things can work out before, they can work out again, right? Picture your best possible future. That's the fifth one. After you in the midst of keeping a journal, think about what's the best thing that can happen. I was talking to a client of mine, and one of the things that she was concerned about was this transfer at work. And so it was like, okay, well, what do you want? Do you want the transfer? She's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, well, think about what's the good. She was like, but I don't know if, I'm going to get along well with these people. I had a rough time with my current team, this and that. And I said, well, think about what you want. Focus on the possibilities. Where your focus goes, that's where your energy goes, and vice versa. Where your energy goes, that's where your focus goes. So if you're focusing in on all the negative and can't do anything about it, or maybe you're focusing on the negative and there's actually a glaring positive up front, whether it's the learning experience, whether it's the enhanced skills, whatever it is, focus on that, right? Focus on the strengths. That's the sixth one. Focus on the strengths. Versus, oh, these are the things that I don't know how to do, this, that, and the other. Okay, well, what about the things that you can do? And how can they work in your favor? And the last one of the seven is we are not engaging in toxic positivity, so stay away from it. Your negative thoughts won't go away overnight, but with practice, you can train yourself to have a more positive outlook. And you actually dig into, possibly from journaling, you dig into what you can do about the things that you are not happy with. Stay motivated, my friends. Like, remember, you aren't overlooking facts. You're just including those that are good and acting on the things that you don't feel are as helpful or that you don't deem as positive, right? Like, you are really in this space where you are able to identify what are your circle of concerns, your things that go into that basket, things that I'm concerned about that I can't do anything about, and then the things on the other side that you can do something about, and what's your action plan accordingly, right? So let's be positive. Let's stay motivated. And guess what? When you start to do that, you begin to shed the weight of the negativity. You feel lighter, you feel brighter, you're all excited, your glow is glowing, all of those things. And when it's all said and done, get into that pocket. Address the things that are challenging if you can. If you're not, pray on it and get to that pocket of what are my strengths, what is going well, and what could possibly come from this positivity, because I'm focusing on the positive. Y'all be talking about manifestation, then live it, okay? Live it. And I'm going to leave y'all with this scripture too. Your girl got a scripture for you, as always. This one is really to the point of what we're talking about, and it's Philippians 4:8. It says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, positive. Whatsoever things are honest, positive. Whatsoever things are just, positive. Whatsoever things are pure, lovely, of a good report. If there's any virtue in you, if you still got life, and as long as you living, sis, as long as you living, you better think on these things. That's what it said. That's what the word says. Okay? So if you're having trouble with motivation to even be positive and get out of that negative thought pattern, go on and click the link in my bio and get the copy of my ebook. That's a free resource, because even if you were thinking like, you know what, I may want to work with her and get her as my executive wellness coach, you can do that. If you're like, you know what, I need a therapist, and I'm in the workspace, so yeah, I would benefit from having therapy from someone that works with other women in leadership. You can do that. But what's your motivation? What's your motivation? Let's talk about motivation in a very simple way, and you can do that by getting a hold of the link in my bio to the ebook, okay? And it's also ebook.officialspcg.com, okay? ebook.officialspcg.com. The sun is coming out, and so it's time for us to go. I'm going to take advantage of this early morning, and you guys have a great day. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed, and you guys have a good one. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, well, God is with us. Y'all be blessed, okay? Take care. Bye.